Hi, this is Kate, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And today I'm going to be using the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So we're going to start with the first card, which is going to represent Monday and Tuesday of this coming week. Okay, and we've got Ishtar, and she represents boundaries. And this card says, love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Okay, so the beginning of the week starts with a really clear purpose of setting boundaries. And sometimes this can be pretty tricky, especially when, we want to be nice or we want to be available to people and helpful. And sometimes it's hard to say no or to really set strong boundaries because we're worried that people won't like us if we do that, or that people will think that we're not very nice, and maybe it's really important for us for other people to see us as a nice person or someone who's helpful and cares about others. So this is really just kind of changing the way you think about boundaries and think about boundaries as almost an expression of self-love for yourself. So you have enough love and respect for yourself and your own needs that you can put those boundaries in place. And whether that's, saying no to someone's request, or I'm not sure of another example, but just being able to have a real clear sense of being strong and independent, and being able to be honest and open with people when they ask something of you that you don't feel comfortable with, or something that you don't really want to do. So going into the week, Monday and Tuesday is all about really having a nice healthy respect for yourself, and also a healthy respect for your time and your energy, and just being aware of where a lot of your time and energy is going, and whether it's going towards things that make you feel fulfilled and happy, or whether you're spending a lot of time doing favors for other people, or doing things that you feel are like duty things that you have to do that you don't really want to do. And I think the challenge going into this week is if someone asks you to do something, to ask yourself whether or not you really want to do this. So are you doing it out of an honest sense of excitement and like you're really wanting to help them out or do this for them? Or are you doing it out of a sense of duty, or maybe a sense of fear that if you say no, that they won't like you anymore, or they won't be your friend, or they won't view you in a positive light? So the challenge here is to really just say no to someone if they ask something of you that you aren't really prepared to do, or you don't really want to do. And try doing it without explaining yourself, and without going into reasons why you're saying no, but just saying no, and see what happens. And of course that's easier said than done. So it's always challenging to set boundaries in our relationships, whether that's like a personal relationship, romantic, or even boundaries with coworkers and that sort of thing. It's always tough to do that, but really it does help strengthen your relationships. Initially you might be worried that it will weaken them, but in actual fact it does strengthen them. So really the beginning of the week is all about taking risks in terms of setting boundaries. So moving on to the middle of the week, so Wednesday and Thursday. And we've got Hathor, and she's the goddess receptivity. And this card says, allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Okay, so as we move on with the week, after we've set our boundaries and kind of showered ourselves with love and respect, we come to Hathor, which represents receptivity, so being receptive, so being open. And this might mean being open to guidance, so spiritual guidance, and being open to maybe others' advice, others' help, so letting yourself receive help from others if it's offered. And I think really what this card is saying to me is that the middle of the week isn't so much about action, it's about inaction. So there's not really a lot you have to do this week. It's more about kind of sitting back and remaining open. So in any kind of phase of creating something, there's that phase of being open to receive. So whether it's receiving guidance or help, and then there's that phase of action where you actually go out and do things. So around Wednesday and Thursday, that's the time where you want to be more receptive, so you can spend a little more time meditating or doing yoga or taking nature walks or whatever it is that you do. And just remaining open and trying to also kind of let your mind quiet down a little bit. So if you're feeling like your mind is really overactive, just taking some steps to try to quiet your mind a little bit in the middle of the week and just get into more of an open kind of receptive state. And then moving on to the weekend, we've got Coventina, Purification. And this card says, it is time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. Okay, so if you're planning on going out and binge drinking this weekend, this card is maybe reminding you it's not such a good time to do that. So even though she is holding an overflowing cup here. So it's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. Okay, so this weekend is all about detoxification. So looking at your diet, maybe making some healthier eating choices, trying to really eat clean this weekend. But I also have a sense that this isn't so much about what you do this weekend, but it's about making some decisions and choices this weekend that you will stick with for a longer period of time. So maybe even in a whole month, so not just this weekend. And so yes, cleansing your body, really get out there and sweat. So whether it's, hot yoga or running or exercise or going in a sauna, whatever it is that you do, you want to make sure you're really sweating out those toxins. And, doing all the things that you would normally do for detoxification and getting outside a lot in nature, that really helps. And also a cleansing of your mind. So that means kind of taking an honest look at what your thoughts are like and, the state that your mind is in right now. And also doing a little bit of work on that about kind of cleansing your mind of negative thinking or fears. Anything that's really kind of keeping you stuck or holding you back. So if you feel like there's any kind of stagnancy right now in your life, this weekend is a good time to really look at those things and take action. So for me personally, that would mean, going to hot yoga and really sweating out the toxins, eating a clean diet with lots of veggies and fruit, and drinking lots and lots of water, and also just taking a look at what my thoughts are like and noticing thoughts that cause me stress or thoughts that make me feel fearful or anxious, and really kind of questioning those thoughts and making it a habit to kind of reprogram my mind to think more positively, more creatively, and so doing things like positive hypnosis, listening to like guided meditations, and doing visualization exercises and deep breathing exercises and things like that. So taking a nice look at the whole week. The beginning of the week, we're gonna have to be a little tougher than we usually are with our boundaries. And this could also mean saying no to social invitations that we just don't want to go to. So if you don't really feel like going to that dinner party, it could mean just saying no and being totally selfish and just having a me day. And then Hathor is all about receptivity, so being open to guidance and also being able to accept help from others as well and receive gifts from others. So part of this week is really kind of about being a little bit selfish and focusing on ourselves, which is kind of nice because I like that kind of a thing. And then moving on to the weekend, once again, it's all about focusing on yourself and focusing on purification. So ridding your body of toxins, making some more healthier lifestyle choices, and also working on your thoughts, working on your mind. Okay, so this has been your weekly Oracle card reading. My name is Kate, and thank you so much for joining me.